Started streaming.
I'm sorry that you have to hear me eat.
It's okay. We're also hearing
I've been
Jungle
eating all
eat.
day.
Oh look, you started streaming. I should join it and message you through the stream and
Why am I first?
You're always first.
ha 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 ha. Until we get another route, then it'll just be me and I'll be begging for you to take lines.
Like, please, I'm begging you, just do it. Like,
yeah, we still haven't done teach Allie how to English accent yet.
I suck at the accent.
Don't worry, I suck at everything.
Same!
Okay.
Primarily Alan. I mean, what?
What?
Yeah, this is Allie and Alan and Angela.
One.
And AJ.
And AJ.
Perfection. I'm kidding.
Sure, I'll have your lunch offered with pleasure.
Let's go to the roof.
The roof? Why the roof?
Because that's where we eat lunch. And if I don't get up there, then she'll probably wander off, and then I just know she'll go hungry because she never packs a lunch for herself.
Who will?
Grin.
Yes.
Come with me.
Come with me, and you'll see the world filled with imagination. Would that answer my question?
Yes! Get us copyrighted!
Only one who can get us copyrighted is you, because you sing perfectly.
Oh, you want me to sing the song that I have stuck in my head from Wicked?
Yes.
Only I can do that?
Yes, only Alan's allowed to do that. I am innocent. I'm just not innocent that one time, okay?
Bullshit.
I'm not saying
Alan was
anything.
there for that moment.
I'm sorry, you're being slightly ignored for food.
Cough, cough, I'm sick. I think I need to go now.
Wait a minute. You were there for that moment, Alan?
I was there nowhere. What are you talking about?
He was not there. He was not there.
I was not in the physical location.
He was not there.
I am not in
He's
physical
there at all.
location.
He lives in California. I not live in California. He was not there.
Oh my god. Top 10.
No one died.
Plot twist.
The only one that was there was Melanie.
Top 10 anime plot twist.
I want to say something, but I'm not going to.
Nothing happened, Allie. Nothing happened.
No, I was gonna say something else because I heard top 10 something. I'm like, uh-oh, I thought of something dirty in my head.
We always think of something dirty, though.
Top 10 boobies. Top 10 hentais.
This is Katawa Shoujo stream. We're always thinking of something dirty.
Yes, there's always something dirty on the stream.
I mean, even the game, even that itself is freaking dirty.
Well, someone censored out the adult content, so...
Hey, that was an accident the first time. I didn't know. And it still has some sketchy scenes, even though it has it's disabled. Oh yeah. Without answering my question or waiting for a response, she grabs me by the arm and drags me through the halls. I accepted to make a conversation on the way. Why do you have an extra lunch?
That was delicious. So how was
Emmy
everybody's
smiles
day?
guiltily.
Oh, okay. Did I accidentally start conversations I shouldn't have?
Actually, it's yesterday's lunch. I slept in a run. I slept in a run at lunch and forgot to eat it.
Huh? The stairway to the roof is a little dilapidated, but it's nearly been used recently. At the top of the stairs to the door, completely with missing padlock. I wonder who's the intrepid individual that was removed the lock. Emmy shoves the door open and steps beaming into the sunlight. Suddenly, a tall, dark stranger appears from nowhere, standing imposingly in front of us. Emmy flinches back, almost falling back to the stairs.
Hello.
Let's see if I can skip this. Yes. You're lucky.
So much skipping.
Yeah, you can skip this because we've seen this whole bit before.
You're lucky we could skip this.
We're just gonna get Ren's route if you do it like this.
I guess I need to buy some supplies. I can't live off the cafeteria food. I need an ounce of my entire stay here. As I leave for the gate, a few loud stretches to try to stave off the tiredness accumulated over the week. Oh, Lily.
Oh, Lily. That's surprising.
This is new.
I have to Lily?
After passing through a rounding corner, I see a solitary figure walking downhill towards the small town below. The color of her hair is happening to the cane are unmistakable. I quickly walk up to her, which seems to catch her attention without a word needed to be said. Hi, Lily. It takes a moment to place the voice, slightly adjust her head, and face a bit more towards the source of my voice as she does.
Is that?
I'll just lower this volume. Yep, it's me. She seems to have a good memory for voices. The fact that she actually remembers is a pleasant surprise.
Good evening. What brings you here?
Once again, she gives a small polite bow, and once again I reply in kind before realizing that I didn't need to. Just going in town, you?
My, what a coincidence.
Doing the same thing, eh?
I usually go shopping on Fridays.
She pauses for a moment, suddenly looking a little lost.
That said, Hanako usually comes into town with me.
Not lost but worried. The two do seem pretty close tabs on one another. It's kind of surprising that Hanako would just forget Lily like that. I noticed her reading in the library. She probably just got caught up in a book. Did we? She lets out a small sigh of relief.
Thank you. She has a habit of doing that.
Avid reader.
Right, she doesn't like being around crowds of people, so reading away from everyone lets her relax a bit. Oh, that was me at the play tonight. I was like, oh god, don't touch me. Oh god, don't look at me. Don't bump into me, please.
Oh my god, that was me yesterday. Because people kept looking at me. It was strange.
Yeah, and I'm wearing this shirt with like this really weird quote on it from the play, and everyone kept staring at me, and they were like, what does your shirt say? And I'm like, nothing.
I have to go to school, so I have to, there's... And she goes outside because her parents make her.
They do.
Yes.
They're like, you need to get out, mostly so you can tell your psychiatrist that you get out. Because if not, she's gonna tell you to get out.
Although, she probably didn't intend it. I can't help but grimace as I recall my first meeting with her. I hardly want to bring it up. I remain silent as we continue to walk towards down the quiet road. Tack, 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 tack. With the road brief of cars, the students of Yamako increasing far behind us, the quiet rustling of the leaves and measuring tapping of Lily's cane against the sidewalk are all that can be heard. The It's a kind of nice, especially compared to the hustle and bustle where I used to live. Before I know it, I've realized so much that a loud yawn escapes before I could control it.
Tired?
Yeah, I've been running ragged these past few days. That's an understatement to be sure. Transferring into a different school would be bad enough, just nothing like this.
Well, hopefully everything should settle down for you. The festival's got everyone in a spin right now, and you've been plopped right into the middle of things.
For a moment I hesitated, but given her parents' tolerance for frankness, I decided to give my full thoughts. I guess Yamko's kind of different though. I mean, the formalities surrounding everything, the isolation around it, not to mention the most obvious difference. It's kind of a whole different mindset, I suppose. I'll get used to it though, in time. She gives a matter-of-fact nod, apparently pleased with my answer. It feels almost as if she included me in the flock of students she's shepherding, almost with class 3-2 in Hanako. Well, not that I mind, it's nice to get the thoughts off my chest in any case.
Looking on the bright side, one could see it as a chance for you to find a new beginning. You should cherish the ability to make new friends.
That's optimistic, nonetheless. It's good to have a positive attitude about such things, I suppose.
Oh wait, sorry, I forgot to my mic.
What the freak was... what? I guess that's good to take in.
Great.
This jungle hyperventilating.
Yes, hyperventilate. AJ.
Ignore me, I'm sorry.
There's not even a sex scene, my boy. What the
Yeah, the sex scenes are far away.
I'm
I
sorry,
mean-
just hearing Angela's voice just gets me hot and bothered, you know?
You know, there's this little thing called push to talk.
I mean...
I don't have it on. I played too many games for that.
You drunk? You seem drunk.
Which reminds me, I actually have alcohol.
Drink! Drink, my comrade!
Back in the day when I thought Allie was like 14.
Oh no, she is, white.
That's not the first time I've been told I look like I'm freaking 12.
Well, you sound young,
So,
but so do I. So,
what is your about to say? You better admit that you sound young.
sure.
Everyone here.
The awkward moment, I've actually been told that I sound like I haven't hit puberty yet.
Wow.
Well, I have been told that I sound like a stuck-up English teacher who spent too much time in another country. So yeah, it could be worse.
Well, you have been to many countries.
And I'm going back to the UK next year. Yay, screw up my accent even more.
Walking on down the road. She seems to become somewhat unsettled before I can ask what's on her mind. She seems to collect herself and speaks up about something else.
So, where in town were you going?
That's actually a pretty good question. I've come to buy food, but the layout of the place is still totally foreign to me. I had to interject with just wandering around and see what I could find by the sunset already approaching. Nightfall not too far away. That doesn't seem very wise. I'm gonna have to ask for directions again. I was gonna get some food, but now that you mention it, I don't really know the way.
Well, now, this is quite lucky. I was just about to go to the convenience store myself.
Looks like I'll be in your care again then. Thanks. Together we walk to the store. My pace is carefully slow, still remaining beside her. Compared to my usual walking pace, hers is quite a bit slower, not that it's without reason. Hey, it's 7-Eleven again.
Mm-hmm. No, it's our mart.
Mm-hmm.
What are you talking about? It's
We've been
our
through
mart.
this. After what could have been several minutes, I catch the sights of our objective. This town is pretty small. Without further ado, we make our way inside and greet with the green from a counter.
Mind if I tag along with you? Hanako would usually help me, but seeing as she's not here...
It takes a moment before I realize what she means. Considering she wouldn't be able to read any of the labels, shopping without any help would be a big pain for her. That said, I can't shake the feeling that she'd had the idea since I was coming here. Sure, it'd be my pleasure. I grab 2 well-used red baskets, in the small stack beside the entrance, handing one to Lily. She lays it on the ground, putting her school bag in, retracting the cane and sliding it through the basket handles, before putting it back up into her right hand. Wait, if she doesn't use her cane... Before I can complete the thought, she comes beside me and pinches the cuffs of my uniform with her slender fingers.
Is this alright?
Sure. I have no reason not to accept. I can think of worse things than shopping with a pretty girl holding onto me, even if it is out of necessity. We navigate our way through the store, with not one but occasional passing customers seeming to bat an eye. Considering how close Yamaku is, I'm guessing seeing students from there must be entirely normal for the local residents. As we each reach each aisle, I quickly check with Lily and find out what she needs. I grab it, along with that I look for, and put our items in the respective baskets. I guess this would be the same routine she and Hanako follow every Friday. Right. All that's left is the bread, and that should be my shopping done. You need anything else, Lily?
No, this should be everything.
Off we go then. With this quick side trip to the bakery section, we make our way to the registers. The line, thankfully, is almost non-existent. It's not long before we get paid for our food and we are out the door. As Lily retrieves her cane and extends to full length, I waste a minute looking upwards at the night sky while holding both our bags. For a moment I try to make the clouds with my breath, but the summer heat doesn't seem to cooperate. Eventually she rights herself, taking a quick stretch before taking her bags and leaving me to my 2. You tired as well?
The festival preparations have been complete chaos. As soon as breathing down my neck doesn't exactly help things either.
Hey, she's only trying to get everything organized. Better now than later, right?
I suppose I'm going to enjoy relaxing in town tomorrow, that's for certain.
I guess the festival preparations must be taking a toll on both of them.
God, are we gonna get the Lily route?
Oh my. Like, I'm not even trying to do anything, it just happens.
For one thing, you're gonna have to give Allie Akira if we get the Lily route, because there's literally no other characters except for Hisao, Lily, Hanako, and Akira.
So I can't have all the characters?
You can't have all the characters.
Why? You get all the characters.
I get the girls that I already had in the beginning.
No, you removed twice.
2 of them.
Yes. Thrice.
Because I hate them.
Because I hate you. Oh, because
I have to get rid of them because I hate them.
You walk out the quiet street.
Pawn Hanako off on her too, so shh.
What the freak? How dare you? Talking between ourselves, we carry our bags of food and supplies from the store. Wait, what's that? I notice a very distinct figure making its way towards us, silhouetted by light strips. For a second I think it's another male student from my class, but as he, or should I say she, gets closer, I recognize her quickly. Oh, it's Ren.
Frick.
Ren, what are you doing here so late?
I did not want these 2 accents here. Ren?
Rin perks her head, looking like she's trying to focus on listening more keenly. It suddenly comes to me that I should probably interpret this scene for her. It's Rin Tezuka. I think that's her last name, from her school. She stifles at the name and gives a complicated look expression. Something like a forced fusion of composite smile and painful cringe.
I understand.
I guess Lily knows Rin too. Rin turns to look at us, looking terribly out of it. I'm not entirely sure if she recognizes either of us, or at least she doesn't acknowledge if she does. She looks like a zombie, or a statue of a zombie. But closely, some symptoms of understanding seem to light in her dark eyes. This is something that she must react to. Rin blinks once, very thoroughly.
Hello.
Dot dot dot. There's an awkward pause. Everyone is waiting for someone else to say something. What are you doing here this late? Dot dot dot.
I was wondering about that myself too, just now. Some people asked that just before. I assume they were wondering the same. I didn't know. They didn't know either. I asked. That's why I'm wondering. So that was pretty much it. It's just a murder mystery without a murder. They were going that way.
She turns facing to her right in order to demonstrate the direction. The other people went off as if it was important, then rotates back like a mechanical puppet on one of those overly complicated clockworks. For a person who gives an impression of being quiet type, Rin really does use a lot of words to say things that don't need a lot to be said. Unsure, she finishes, I say nothing. Neither does Lily, who seems equally robbed of words for the time being. I think the both of us are in fact just scared of any response might provoke her to continue. Our stupefied lack of reaction doesn't faze Rin at all. She keeps looking at us expectantly, a calm hint of expression on her blank face. Seems to be the kind of person always so relaxed, as if to elephant grade sedatives were flowing in her veins in place of blood.
Do you have amnesia? I don't recall you having anything of the sort, though.
No, I don't think it's that. It's other passerbys are probably just worried, though. You do look really lost, the way that she's standing in the middle of the street.
Oh, I see. Maybe I should have taken some other kind of pose in that case.
I pondered for a while whether I should chase the angle further, or give up for the sake of my own sanity. I decided on the latter. Seems that most of the time it's better not to read too deeply into what Rin's babbling about. Talking about Rin is actually playing chess with the supercomputer, who does seemingly completely random moves as if to mock everything you know about chess. It's like that, except with a human interaction. And even if I win, it feels like losing. Damn, it's like Kenji said. Even when I win, I lose. It's the power of girls of Yamako. I pushed the thought aside as dangerous to consider further. It's probably just Kenji's anti-feminine propaganda getting to me during the moments of weekends. Yeah, maybe taking another pose might have worked. So, anyways, do you have any idea what you're doing here? She frowns, looking extremely displeased at either of my questions, the consequences, or the answer she about to give.
I do have some idea. I can't really tell what kind of an idea. That sounds like progress, at least.
This sounds like she spotted an opening of some kind of discernible, normal conversation. I can't say I share her optimism.
Yes, there is some. Definitely. The rest will come later. I'm sure of it. I always have some reasons.
The ensuing silence kills Lily's hopes all too visibly. That didn't last long. Rin, as far as I can tell, unbiased assurance aside, what should be done? We could just leave her to her own devices, whether those are, but it's late and I don't think we're getting any thanks if Rin is found standing here in the middle of the night. Which is probably will unless she manages to remember what she's doing here in the first place. As for me trying to guess what she might have been going into her mind when she decided to embark on this adventure, the chances are it seems to be on par of winning the lottery several times in a row. Lily is oddly quiet too. I appreciate some support from the sidelines here, especially if she's more familiar with Rin than I am. But it can't be helped. It seems her familiarity with Rin is exactly why she's staying subdued. So, I assume you're going somewhere but not coming back to school. An idea where? Her eyes widen in shock, and she jolts back into somewhat artificial way, making it seem like she acted rehearsed for a situation like this.
Are you a mind reader? Is that your disability? How unique.
No, what? Why would you think that?
You knew what I was doing.
Look at her face.
I did that expression. You knew what I was doing.
It would be educational, guess. We walked the same street in the other direction just before to get to the store. If you're going to school, we could meet you on the way.
Oh.
She looks a little disappointed. Like Kenji, Rin appears quick to jump to complete irrational conclusions. Maybe it's something in the water here. I think it's mental enough to stock up on soft drinks. You know, it's the second time in this week that someone asked if I was a mind reader. Oh, Kenji. Do I really give off that impression? Rin shrugs her shoulders, which is all the answer I get. You know...
Maybe you should come back with us to the school.
Lily interjects, just as I'm about to further debunk my alleged mind-reading capabilities. She sounds rather concerned, and the paper-thin smile on her face badly discussing the fact. Maybe she came to the same conclusion I did. For everyone's sake, I decided to let the mind-reading topic drop, as if it's entirely insane anyway. Yeah, Lily's right. If you can't remember, there's no point staying here. Rin considers the rather simple deduction for a moment, then nods.
Okay.
We start towards the school again, having wasted way more time than necessary with this episode. Rin walks alongside the sidewalk with her arrhythmic way, looking like a mix of a sleepwalker and a rope dancer, while Lily keeps one of her hand on her shoulder, tapping at the grounds with her cane. Tap, step, step, tap, tap, step, step, step. Apart from a few fragmented beginnings of conversation, it's quiet. A quieter part.
Hey, who's supposed to trade off steps with tapping? Lily, do you not even know how to do that? I know how to do that better than you, Lily. How dare you?
Like tap, step, 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 tap, 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 tap. It's like, am I going the right
It's supposed to
direction?
be tap, step, tap, step, tap, step. Because you're supposed to trade off.
I feel like what she's doing is like tap, and then she runs in one direction. It's like, am I going the right direction? Okay, I gotta switch course. She only taps to see if she's going the right way. Like, nope, I gotta.
Like, yeah.
Oh, Lily.
That's what she's doing. I think Lily needs guide dog. I don't think Lily knows how to use her cane correctly.
Mm-hmm. Apart from a few fragmented beginnings of
an
a...
excuse to tap that ass.
That's later.
Mm-hmm.
Wait a minute, what? Wait a minute, what?
You know what's gonna go on.
I don't. What?
You've been to these streams, my dude. What do you think happens when it gets censored?
He's gonna fuck a blind chick?
Yes!
He fucks all of them.
He fucks a blind chick, he fucks a deaf chick, he fucks an armless chick, he fucks a legless chick, fucks a burn
He fucks
victim.
a mentally insane burn victim. He fucks a me with some burns.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, buddy.
Apart from a few fragments, I read that, quite apart from relaxing to one town at that. So, how's the mirror going?
Ah! We're going to get bad luck. Never talk about works in progress. I'm sure it'll be wonderful. Bad luck.
Tap step, tap step. She doesn't care to talk about it. Lily's politeness.
Just running now.
Yeah, Lily's politeness feels out of place for the first time. Step, step, step. This hill Yamaku rests on top of the surprisingly steep going uphill, so we slow the pace, but I still feel my pulse rising and breathing getting heavier. Almost there, I could see the gates already. More than enough, though. I noticed Lily's hand slightly tightening on my shoulders. Interpreting it as a gesture that she wants to ask me something, I speak up. Anything wrong, Lily? I resist the urge to say aside from traveling companion, but only just. For a moment, she seems to debate whether she should bring it up, but goes for it anyways.
Is everything alright?
Alright, what do you mean? In fact, I can't interpret how incredibly vague question puts her off for a second.
It's just, you seem unusually tired, I guess.
You're out of shape! The blind...
Yeah, this blind girl's running up the hill and you're like...
The blind girl and the armless chick. Now that she brings it up, I notice my breathing is strangely heavy. The uphill walk has really done a job on me. Lily noticed it all too quickly. Okay, let's save that there. And continue. Save. That's good. Return. What do you want?
Sorry.
Sorry, I'm not in very good condition. It's alright. I just need to catch my breath. My condition isn't the best these days.
Oh. Isn't it something that is related to you being transferred here, I mean?
She cuts herself off rather abruptly, maybe realizing she's a bit intrusive. Her instincts are sharp, though, and while I don't like the subject, it's not like I should lie about it. If it's Lily, I don't mind. I'm just a little weak for the time being.
Hanukkah, you said you look fairly healthy, so I naturally thought...
Lily doesn't finish the sentence again, letting it trail off to the measures of concern. As she furrows her brow, Lily's uncomfortable expression spurs me to say the least something to ease her feelings. It's surprising she's flustered, considering her straightforward attitude with her own blindness. She must know that not all share her own comfort about such things. No, it's okay. I have a pretty... I guess the best way to put it is... messed up heart arrhythmia. I have a bad heart attack a while ago because of it, and spent most of the spring in the hospital. Ended up in Yamaku on doctor's orders. She silently nods her head in acknowledgement. My answer, though, only seems to make Lily furrow her brow even further. Doesn't seem quite to know the reaction given me. Don't really know each other that well. I can't really fault her on it, even if I have the exact same reaction. Well, I do want to assert her concern. I really don't want to dwell on it either. Don't worry about it. I try to offer a reassuring smile, but I realize the futility. Without knowing this, Lily smiles at me, reassuring that doesn't stay any further. And we're finally at school. Arriving at the dorms, Rin stops in front of the mirror, and as if lightning struck her, she has been quiet for almost all the walk back, and it's all but forgotten she was here.
It's Friday, isn't it? Yes, it's Friday, the 8th of June. This is bad.
You went to go buy paint, didn't she?
Probably. Bad
Wait.
why?
I think... Oh.
I think I'm going to go in a fetal position and throw up. Possibly in reverse order. Stop coughing.
Yeah.
Stop coughing.
You know why.
Does she not have arms?
No, she does
No.
not. Did you not realize that?
No, I totally noticed that.
Did you not see that she went to Nam?
Hey,
Yes.
it's called Disability Girls.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, that's the direct translation?
Yes.
Is it?
Yes.
Oh. Oh shit.
Why do you think they
There's
all have
something wrong.
disabilities?
Except,
Yeah, let's go with
Aniko
that.
counts somehow. She
Mhm.
counts somehow.
Misha counts.
Emmy's mom is a MILF, so.
I've read that line, by the way.
You mean the thing he sent in the chat?
No, there's something wrong. I read it. Ignore.
Yeah, I know. I heard you.
Sorry.
No, nothing is wrong. It's Friday and nothing is wrong yet. This mural, it's going to need to be finished by Sunday, so everything's alright. Do you have any drugs?
Did you finish that?
I really didn't want these two together.
You finished it?
Yeah.
Because it cut off because it didn't say or a time machine.
Or a time machine?
Or a time machine.
This is not good. Not good.
So she's behind her schedule. Recalling Shizune's exasperation at Rin's carefree attitude several days ago, I don't know what to think. She has left herself open to "I told you so" unless she can pull off whatever she needs to pull off by Sunday morning. Rin keeps staring at her mural, looking a little mortified as she can.
Leave me. I'm going to need to work for a while.
A glance of Lily, expecting her to share an incredulous look with me as I roll my eyes, but then I realize she's not one to do that kind of thing.
Leave me.
We do, of course, not
You're
wanting
gonna
to.
get the freaking Lily right. Oh my god.
What? Ironically, you wanted this.
I did not want the Lily Rare. I don't want to read that scene at all, and I haven't given Allie her lessons yet.
Mm-hmm. Well, you want to switch? I mean, not yet, but like in a bit. Should I
Maybe.
save and go to the other route?
No, just get to the route first before
Okay.
we do something, because we don't even know if it's making it to the Lily route.
Okay. We do, of course, not want to abrogate her anymore. She is already is. There is a churning feeling in my gut. Rin sure is knacking at making people feel worried about her. She seems like a person who should never be left alone. Maybe we should call someone. She sounds like she's gonna be in shock or something.
I'm sure she'll be fine. She's just how do I say?
Lily cocks her head a little, trying to find a polite way of calling Rin crazy without calling her crazy. Unique?
Yes, a very unique person.
I guess you could say that. She giggles at the notion melodiously, nodding in agreement.
Sorry about leaving you stranded as you talk to her. I don't really understand her, so I keep my distance.
So my guess is right.
Australian. Ah,
All I heard was Australians.
I sound so Australian because Ren screwed up my British accent.
It's okay, don't worry about it. Lynn offers a slight apologetic smile as if she was sorry that her own shortcomings have prevented her from becoming closer to Rin. I'm not one to blame her at all. Lily lets her slip a long breath, probably disguised yawn. I imagine she's exhausted by all of this as I am.
I'd better leave now and give these to Hanako. Thank you for your company, Hisao.
She smiles very sweetly at me. Feels different than normal, despite the fact that she seems to be smiling so often. I can't put my finger on what the difference is. It's just different. Relaxed, I'd say it's probably just relief to getting rid of Rin, maybe. Yeah, good night. Say how'd it go for me?
I will. Good night.
What's wrong?
Freaking every single voice all at once. Why?
Mm-hmm. And the students roll up to class for Saturday morning session. Yep. Can I skip this? Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
No, not.
Mm-hmm. Muto stands in the hallway, scratching his head as he works out what he's trying to say, not knowing what's going on, and wait silently.
Finish my video. Oops.
Did you hurt when you fell from heaven? What the hell are you watching?
I'm watching voice actors.
Voice actors of what? What are you watching?
Voice actors of a lot of stuff, actually.
Okay. So, tell me, how are things? Things? I expected Muto to be a little vague, but this is pushing the limits. You know, things. You've been a week of settle in now. The hard things. Fine, I guess. I see. And how's your condition? The pause before condition seemed a little unnecessary. I haven't had any problems so far. A brief shimmer of the relief passes across Muto's face. Good, that's good. The school nurse is a little concerned that you might have been pushing yourself a little too hard. He asked me to keep an eye on you when he couldn't. That makes sense. And I'd ask that you don't blow us off so freely. As much as you try to give you the level of education you get at a normal school, you have to realize that you have limits. Our goal is to make sure that you know those limits are, not to maximize your potential within them. Do you follow me? I guess. I mean, I don't plan on doing anything stupid. Oh, that's a start, I guess. So then, to my next question. How do you find your studies? I understand you were laid up a while ago. Are you not as far ahead as we are? I don't really think so. I tried to keep up when I was in the hospital. I feel like I read this. Yep. There's Hanako, and Hanako leaves, and there's Emmy.
Hey, Hanako. Yeah, I think we just got the Emmy right again.
Yep, we got the Emmy right again. But we got a different Emmy round. Emmy heaves a sigh.
It doesn't matter which it just goes back to the same thing.
We could have got red. You don't know. This is before the Ren route. Alright, I have to unmute you. Emmy.
Oh, sorry, I was distracted. I guess I have to go back and get some. I promised to help with our class project though, so I'll be back a bit later. Can you manage without it for a few hours?
Rin nods and Emmy leaves. Hey, poor Emmy stayed with us. I stayed.
Let's turn off video. Okay.
I stayed because I was watching Rin paint, and because I have nothing better to do. I sit on the box and pick up today's book in my bag. It's a story about 3 guys drinking beer for 2 weeks straight and doing nothing else. Okay, that's a weird book to read. Rin moves in the spots, and we need the blue and start slowly working on another. My footwork and brush steadily against the plaster wall. Layers of paint on top of layers of paint, the mirror slowly gains more form. Between the pages at a leisure pace. In the chapter they are drinking beer at the protagonist's friend's place. In the previous one, the protagonist's own apartment. It's not a page-turner kind of book, a slice of someone's imaginary life that makes me wonder why it had to be written. Why indeed, the reason doing something creative is something incomprehensible. Like why Rin does painting. It feels like she and Emmy are the same. Being squarely against the fates. I feel like I read this. No. Fates of just out of spite. Rin even said something like, you do something you can just because you can. What does she mean? Is that her reason? She might be Emmy's, but she comes off as quite a headstrong person. Rin doesn't give off a kind of air. Thinking about it, she doesn't give off any kind of air. Or maybe a different kind of every time I talk to her. Why does she say what she said? Why or anyone at all paints or draws or sculpt or write. I never had as much creative impulse, so I don't think I really understand it. It makes me feel hollow inside. What a grim thought. I can't really decide whether it's true or not either. I am content being this way. I can't deny I'm feeling a bit nervous of Rin, but I can't really consider its flaws of any kind. I'm myself and she is herself. Still, I do find something that I could make me feel a little less lost about myself instead of this drowning myself in books as I did in the hospital. I can't help but feel disoriented. The new school lifestyle and people around me contribute heavily to this sensation. I'm trying my best to fit into the existing social circles, and most of the people I've met have been really nice. It still feels like I'm an outsider though, like I don't belong. I shake the feeling off, realizing that I'm spacing out. I have either turned a page of the book, nor done anything for Rin. She's trying to pour some paint from a big pan, using only her feet, having not bothered to ask me, or maybe she did and I didn't hear it. Either way, it looks very unstable. I quickly jump to help her, as it looks like she's about to spill the entire contents of the can over the pavement. I take the can from her feet and pour some into the bowl. Doesn't say a word, and neither do I. I catch a glimpse of her eyes looking silently at me from under her unkempt bangs. It's an unreasonable expression. A perfect poker face mixed with a hint of something of mild surprise. I wonder if what she's thinking. Maybe she's wondering about what I'm thinking. Maybe nothing. A penny for your thoughts?
Frick.
How did you know?
I just know these things. Do you have any pennies with you?
I don't think I do.
Then I don't think I would tell, and I'm not thinking anything either, so you're in luck, except now I just did.
He frowns, looking very unsatisfied.
It's hard not to not think about anything, but it's important.
Rin gives the best hand jobs.
Is Rin okay?
I don't think Rin's in a very happy place right now.
Like, is she okay?
Also,
Is she mentally okay? Because I feel like she's more mentally unstable than Hanako.
I feel like she's really mentally unstable at this point, compared to what she was before. Also, did you read what he wrote?
What?
Did you read what he wrote? Is that a yes?
Yes.
Okay.
Totally.
Mm.
He's watching the stream and in the stream. Streamception.
Yes. I'm about to ask why it's Rin when some old guy walks up to us looking at like he's some business with Rin.
Oh, it's Ren's art teacher. You get to voice him.
I don't. Hey, Jungle. You want to give him a voice?
I'm not good with voices, dude.
You just give him like a super deep voice.
You're gonna have to turn him up a lot, though.
Do
I know.
have to do
I
it?
have it
No,
already.
hold on.
Good
I'm
after.
not gonna be a. No, I'm not doing it. No.
I will be right back.
You sound like Melanie. She wouldn't join either. Come on.
Fine.
Scream into the mic because you're at full volume.
Good afternoon. How's it going? That's as deep as I can get it. I'm not
That's
good.
very good, actually. This guy is supposed to be terrifying. So yes.
That's terrifying?
Wow.
Okay, let's go with that.
You got a pretty mouth.
Oh God.
He
Alright.
also probably rapes Rin. So
What the fuck? No! No!
you
No.
just gave that to Jungle.
Okay, Jungle, you take that, plus that voice you just did. You got a very pretty legs.
Guys, I bet Rain got a kick out of it.
God damn it.
I can make it.
Rin doesn't take her eyes off the wall and to respond so naturally that I can only assume they know each other. I haven't seen this man before, so naturally I wonder whom he might be. Maybe a teacher. His hair is faded gray, silver gray, so much thick, artificially dyed. I hope that's not the case. Small round glasses hang to the bridge of his nose, which appear to be constantly looking over the lenses rather than through them. He's studying the mural, identifying over said glasses.
Oh shit. Good. What bold composition you have here.
He moves to inspect the mural closer, talking to himself about it in a way that makes it obvious he wants us to hear it too.
Very, very good indeed.
I don't really know what makes it, but
Mom gay hee.
Hey yo, he called your mom gay.
Quoi?
What?
What's wrong with my mother?
Kululu Master says your mom gay. Hee.
My mom is not gay.
But you are. Habit what?
Well, yeah, but
Why can't this just be a Yuri thing?
It is a Yuri
why
thing.
no? Like. Okay, Shizune and Risha are a canon couple, and then Lily and Hanako had that room together, so.
Well, I'm just saying, like, I'd be all up for some clam slamming action, but is there any?
No.
Do you even know what that means?
Yes, Melanie told me.
Then I know what.
Angela likes to do the good old taco press.
I think we're gonna remove him from the group.
Why are you harming these two?
I'm sick.
I don't really know what makes it, but Rin doesn't seem to care much.
The concrete is heavy enough that there's just like no way for you to tip it over completely. And even if you did, like the metal is going to stop you. It's not like the concrete falls on you.
What? What? What happened?
Hold yourself up, but otherwise this looks amazing and I want to try it. The question is, how do you transport that? That must be so
Koyula
unbelievably
Master,
heavy.
welcome to the channel.
Princess Maya ground on Central Island in 1910. Jesus Christ.
What?
You know, that's some real strong engineering right there. If that were the Titanic, it'd be snapping in half. This one, though, is this before or after the Titanic? I can't actually remember what year the Titanic was. Hold on.
Hi.
Yes. Is that Jungle's video?
No.
That sounds an awful lot like Jungle.
Hear that, Jungle? You sound like Jordan.
No response.
Koyula Master followed the channel.
Thank you for the follow, Kalulu Master. Yes.
Who the hell's Jordan?
Gordon! I don't really, she's looking around her working space. The various bowls of different tones scattered all over.
So?
Here and...
A little more of this.
Why was it not the thing? Give me a second. I pour a 50-50 mix in the two paints into a bowl and creates more of a same pale pink tone Rin was using to fill up the shape of the man's face. Rin watches me doing so, which makes me feel nervous somehow. Her face is so assuming that it feels like she's waiting for me to do something wrong. The man turns to Rick and me as well, looking surprised as if he noticed my presence just now. Maybe he did.
Oh shit. Why hello there. Who might you be?
I'm a transfer student in class 33, Hasao Nakai. Nice to meet you.
How do you say that?
Muto?
Muto's class, eh? Well, I won't hold that against you.
He laughs very... Sound of seagulls. He laughs very loudly. Obnoxious loudly. A few small birds take flights on a nearby tree.
Okay, I'm probably gonna butcher this, but I'm Senichi Nomiya, the art teacher.
Enough. So, this is the art teacher. I'm retrospective. Should have guessed that much. He even looks like one, as far as first expressions go.
How did you come to end up assisting my protege?
I wish I knew. Save. Continue.
This is very important. You either get Ren's route or Kenji's route. What do you want?
I'm interested in the art club. No?
Take a vote.
One or two.
4 people. 1 or 2, guys.
Type
1 or
in
2,
one or
and
two.
this doesn't matter if Allie moans or not this time.
Wait,
No one remembers
what?
that.
What?
Yes.
2.
They said. Why'd you put 2? Come on, someone outvote this.
Because
Two.
I'm pretty sure the second route means that I don't have a role.
You know you.
2.
I guess I kind of have to now. I just
You
kind
know
of.
why 2?
Why, Kenji?
Because Care ends at the end of Act 1, and then we just go back and do this again.
Yes. I kept wondering that myself. The lack of anything better to do, probably. That's not a very hearty laugh. Then checks his watch.
I really must take my leave now. Tezuka, I'm pleased to see that this little project is going so well. I just stopped by to remind you to not run off by yourself tomorrow. I've invited certain people to the festival for you, and I'm sure they'd like to meet you all as well. Also, Monday's club meeting is off since I'm going out of town. I guess you kids can do something amongst yourselves if you want to.
He leaves, turning around flamboyantly, then walks off too dramatically as it's possible to walk. What a weird teacher. I'll be off too. See you around, Ren. Holding up my hand, I turn to go up the stairs to the dorm. Maybe if I finish reading the book today, the entirety of the dorm will be free for the festival tomorrow. And the next day I wake up feeling a little lightheaded. It's almost noon already. Sleeping late is fine since Sunday is there with no class. Not just Sunday though, but festival as well. In the window I could see some people. Can I skip this?
No.
Yes, I can.
Oh, wait. Can you?
Gonna say, what am I gonna do? I don't have any plans in hindsight. That's really stupid. Maybe I should have asked the girl out. Then again, all things considered, I don't think I could have done anything like that. It's only my first week. A week I have wasted being awkward around almost everyone, stumbling over myself trying to get the hang of the place. Thinking about it, what have I accomplished? Who would I have even asked? Damn, it seems Kenji's my only realistic option for a date today. Wink. It's almost a depressing thing to have happened to me since I had a heart attack because the girl confessed her love to me. It can't be helped. I don't really know. I don't have anything, I guess. But the fort seems to be excessive. You sure don't want to go outside? It's not like visitors don't come to the dorms anyway. He looks thunderstruck to this revelation.
Damn! You may have a point. This place is not safe today. You may have to find somewhere and hide.
He falls silent for a moment, thinking.
The roof.
What about it?
We're gonna hide in the rooftop for today. It's the perfect place. Nobody goes up there. Meet me there in an hour. I have to prepare.
He slams the door, shuts and locks, clicks, closed. Damn, what the hell's wrong with Kenji? And I think I'm going along with craziness, it really makes me depressed. I feel like a failure.
So I have to go.
Okay, should we?
So the Kenji route has 0 of the girls in it.
Okay, so get
you
to
could
Kenji
finish
and
this
finish.
off. Yeah, and it goes to the credits, and then I'll put you back in the main menu.
Yes, and then
after
stream.
that, you can either quit or you can voice my characters for me. Just don't get Shizune, Lily, or Hanako's because I like them.
Yes, I know. After Kenji, we end the stream.
Bye.
Bye.
Does she have school?
She has a doctor's appointment in the morning. Yes.
Aww.
And it's 2 hours ahead of my time. I don't know what time you are.
I'm central.
Once I step outside, the din of the crowd meets me. The whole school is bristling with activity, which are stalls everywhere, and the crowd swarming between them is considerable. I didn't expect the festival would attract so many visitors. I have to admit that the people in charge of decorating the place has a lot of effort into it, and it really shows. People are getting to enjoy themselves with the atmosphere is colorful, bright and happy. That is, if you weren't suddenly in such a foul mood. At the moment, it's more of annoying than anything else. Well, it can't be helped. I decided to stick to my original plan and eat. Then I decided I would have to at least see Kenji's up in the roof. After that, I do a slow circle around the grounds to kill some time, looking at the stalls, but not really feeling to playing any games anymore. The orange color grinds my eyes, and I feel more and more ill by the minute. I can't even decide if I want to eat. The large selection combined in the most massive, energetic festival of visitors isn't helping. I just head towards the nearest stall and get an offer something halfway edible, and get in line. Turns out to be noodles. It also turns out to not be very good. Well, at least it's nourishing. It's not like I demand anything else at this point. I stir my disagreeable noodles. I idly wonder what others are doing right now. Shizune and Misha are definitely somewhere organizing things. I'd rather steer clear of them. I guess they won't forgive me as easily for leaving them alone with this thing. I expect Emmy to be buzzing over the place, being desperately cheerful. There's no chance of finding her. There's no chance to avoid her either, so it doesn't matter. Lily would probably be helping her in class in the festival event. It's hardly too busy for another company. Hanako wouldn't talk to anyone anymore anyways. Either keeping herself or helping Lily. Rin should be tending to her mural and probably being unhelpful to the hypothetical interesting parties. Going there with peaceful quiet seems to be the nicest option above, but then again, I can't see having art forced on raise my mood either, so I'll pass. While I get lost in thought, my food seems to disappear, and so is my hunger. I guess I just blocked out the experience of eating, which should be a good thing. Satisfied and unsatisfied, I turn to walk towards the main building. An hour has almost passed already. The crowd is even thicker, and here than it is outside. The halls are almost unbearable, and I don't even dare to think that it's inside our classrooms. I head upstairs to my destination, the roof. Thankfully, the door isn't locked, and now the handwritten sign on it. Off limits. I don't mind if I don't. The festival noise is surprisingly muted up here, and the rooftop looks deserted as expected. Near the place of the cyclone, fence has collapsed. There's a pile of blankets that only seems out of place. Wait, did the pile just move over there a little? That'd be strange, as there's no wind at all. I carefully stick my hands out and give a little experimental prod. Ah! Ah! Startled, I jump back.
Who is it?
God damn it, Kenji, it's me.
Oh, damn, you scared me, man.
So, what are we doing here?
We're having a picnic.
What?
Yeah, I have blankets, pretzels, and whiskey. This is the ultimate setup, man.
Whiskey? Aren't you a little too young to drink alcohol?
I'm 20, you know.
You're not.
I am. And so are you.
What? That's absurd.
Hey, at least you get something out of all this. I get the bottle of whiskey.
He's rambling incoherently, but I decide to play along. So, why do you have a bottle of whiskey?
My mom couldn't have visited in the hospital, so she sent me some expensive single malts instead.
A likely story.
Somewhat.
It's not like I have anything else to lose. The day can't possibly get any worse. Why not? Sit down in the pile of blankets Kenji apparently drags up here. He produces a small bottle of whiskey and passes it to me. Did you even bring glass?
No, this is some romantic prince picnic. What the hell, man? This is a manly picnic. No glasses, no napkins, whiskey only, the beverage of a true man.
Whatever.
And pretzels.
I take a look at the bottle. 12-year-old single malt whiskey, as he said. Shrugging my shoulders, I take a swig. It burns my throat like acid, but its taste isn't unpleasant. I feel it's going straight to my head, and the aftertaste lingers in the back of my mouth, giving another swig.
We should outline the counter-offensive and trash talk women there, where they can't hear us. Damn, I forgot to bring my graphs.
I decide to play a drinking game for myself. Every time Kenji mentions a female conspiracy, I'll take a swig. 4 or 5 hours, if possible, several days later. I lost track.
You shouldn't feel bad, man. Ease the fuck up. Seriously.
I'm relaxed, goddammit.
I'm telling it as I see it. Think about it. When your housing starts becoming more and more expensive, the women became entering the workforce because it created two-income nuclear families. Yeah, I forgot my graphs, but you can see, take my word for it, women are connected by the decay of all society.
I see. That's kind of hard to believe. Even if I say somewhat everything, Kenji seems to make everything make sense now. It all fits together, but I don't know if it's because he can explain things more clearly when drunk, or because I understand everything better when drunk.
No, man. Think deeper. Implications. People can't afford to start saying, oh, well, since two members of the family are now earning as opposite as one, they'd surely afford something to rise cost of ownership.
I see your points, but land in Japan has always been expensive.
And the price of land generally goes up, and the country starts undergoing industrialization. But no, because women correlatively equals causation, you know?
I thought correlation doesn't equal causation. Well, whatever. Maybe you're right.
I am always right. Yeah, I bet women create industrialization too, to cover their tracks. How diabolical. Yeah, so everyone's so fucked themselves.
He stands up impressing me because I'm fairly sure I couldn't even if I wanted to. He yells extremely loud as if he lost his concept of volume. I went and almost want to cover my ears.
Ah! How nice would it have been if I'd been there down there. But no, you see, thinking like this is a trap, you think you're missing out on something, but then the end of the road, nothing but despair.
Kenji snatches back the bottle and leans back his head, attempting to pour the alcohol in his mouth. And it ends up drenching himself in it.
Damn it, see? The aim is terrible. The bad thing about drinking is that it only gets worse the longer you go. Today is a day of despair.
His voice immediately drops to almost a whisper, but then starts talking much faster than before, slightly slurring his words from whiskey. He tugs his bottle around, slipping some here and there.
Yeah, you know, the most shocking event of my life.
I have a hazy recollection of him telling me a second most shocking event in his life, which is a bird pooping on his head. I don't have a particularly great expectation of this, but I nodded to him and continue anyways.
You wouldn't have to think of it. I had a girlfriend once. I think it's last year. Yeah, I blew your mind, huh? See? I've never told you to anyone.
It's true. The thought of that does blow my mind. Suddenly, I want the bottle. I take it from Kenji and knock back as much as I can.
I was more innocent back then. The thought was insane, unlike most women, but one day we engaged in sexual intercourse. It was pretty okay, but immediately followed the events of the point of all such things, something strange and scary happened.
He throws himself up against the fence, leaning in his eyes narrowed.
I started feeling incredibly tired and sleepy. It isn't normal, man. What the fuck? I mean, normally, I would have been high-tension adrenaline pumping moments of anyone's life, but energy levels were dropping like a brick. Something sinister was at work. I could feel it. That's when I knew it. The women are dangerous, sapping life force of all men through one calamity. It's almost solely their control. Sickening. Yeah, you're better off, dude.
Kenji was right. This is really a day of despair. I drink more to avoid having the process that he just said.
Now, the last sane man in the insane world, just other people realizing there is a great war between men and the forces of feminism. But the problem is, not all men would fight my side. Shit sucks. I can set the bar kinda low, but men are fine. But not dudes raise their moms to their sisters, that's for sure. And nobody into dick girl porn.
You mean Futinaris? Ha! The situation seems unlikely to me. Like, it wouldn't happen. Like it's not very likely to happen. Alcohol must be working. Regardless, I still feel depressed that I'm still up here. I wasn't really looking forward to the festival with the same excitement as the rest of the school, but still, it would have still been nice to have gone with someone. But from here, it certainly sounds like everyone's having fun. Maybe I'm missing out. It's just that there's no one I could have gone with. Or maybe there was. So many opportunities. Looking back on it now, I must have squandered so many of them.
Damn, this is true despair. The worst part is sometimes is I feel I have no choice in life, you know? Like, I never had a chance to make decisions. Shit just happened. Like, it was the pre-programmed, like, fate or something, and, like, there was no way I can say that's what I do. Quick, ask me a question. Huh? Now.
I can't really...
See? That's just an example of it.
Hey, welcome to my insanity.
Damn, shit, damn. Do you see? Now when I'm trying to do it against destiny, it's changed my life. The opportunity isn't even there.
And also, this is about it. I'm about to end the stream in a bit, so...
Yeah, man, you have failed me for the last time, jerk. Ugh.
He signs his knees and falls into his side, laying to navel in the floor. Hey, are you okay?
No, I'm not okay. Can't you see that I'm in despair?
He's speaking in a sarcastic tone. Suddenly Kenji sits up, clumsily pats himself clean, and puts out his hand out towards me and reaches to the bottle I puts in his hand.
What the hell, man? Damn, you killed almost the entire battle. See? It's like I have no options in life. It's how it's going to be for the rest of my time.
Well, it's pretty sure it's not going to be like that for the rest of the time. Whatever. He's talking about my head spinning, and I have to get a lean against the fence, hoping it helps me focus a little.
Yeah, I know, and we have to fight the power, and we got it. It's the only way to live. You're an alright guy. The brotherly bond that keeps us going to the darkest times. We should go trolling women.
Rolling women? What?
Trolling women. Trolling for women. But we have to do it now before I lose the alcohol-related courage.
He gestures madly even.
Take a step backwards.
He steps forward.
What's the matter with you? Not in the mood for love?
To be frank, no. I take another step backwards. He takes another step forwards. He leans in extremely uncomfortable close. What the hell? Stop leaning in like that. It bothers me.
Leaning in like what? Hey, you shouldn't lean against the fence like that. It's kind of unsafe.
I try to move away from Kenji, but the balance isn't so good. Reeling from dizziness, I grab one of the fence posts, but it feels like it gives away as soon as I give my weight on it. This isn't good. Though my alcohol-elated brain doesn't seem to be quite capable of registering why. Kenji's face seems to become smaller though, which is a bit of relief. Much smaller, in fact, so rapidly so. There seems to be a bit of wind now. Somehow it feels like I'm almost weightless. I feel dazed. My mind's gone blank. I am falling? I can see the night sky as I turn over to the air. The bottle floats out of my fingertips and disappears in thin air as I fall. I realize this feeling ends. It's truly, truly bad day. I'm dead.
What?
I died.
You're dead?
Yeah, I died. Also,
Kenji poisoned him?
No. I was just drunk, and one of the fence was kind of like fucked up. So when he leaned to it, it kind of broke, and then he fell off the roof.
Shit.
Oh shit.
And he like died.
Of course he's gonna die. That's like a higher place.
Mm-hmm.
If he lived, that'd been a miracle.
Well, we're ending the stream now. We'll see you next time back when we do this again. Goodbye.
You don't have
Bye.
to